What is the case against multinational corporations? Well, they are guilty and they should be put to trial for all the harm they do to our societies. Where do we even start? Why are corporations operating? To make profit. It is their main mission. So they pursue their self-interest, and that doesn't mean that they serve the interests of people, that they serve the interests of countries, societies, and our planet. They've got multiple negative effects on our societies, on our environment, on people, on little people who often work for them or sometimes buy their products. So let's look at some of these negative effects. First, perhaps we should start with the planet, with the environment. Multinationals are not motivated to keep the planet clean. Sometimes they might do a lot of positive practices, but often it's just greenwashing. There's a lot of evidence for multinationals from different countries causing a lot of harm. Oil companies in Iraq, for example, such as BP, cause a lot of sicknesses, including cancer, in people there, according to a recent BBC documentary. Companies from emerging economies, such as from Brazil and China, Brazilian Vale caused polluted rivers in the country. They don't have any interest in making sure that everybody else is living in clean and environmentally safe conditions. How about other conditions for work that people experience when working for these multinationals? It's not all just nice white-collar jobs. We learned all about employees at Amazon warehouses that get close to no breaks. People working for Uber, another multinational, barely making a living. There's a lot of negative effects on the work environment, the sweatshops, and many of the suppliers of multinationals. All just in the interest of profit by these companies and their higher share prices. What else? Inequality. We know about the billionaires, about Elon Musk's and Jeff Bezos's of the world, sending weirdly shaped rockets to the space, making billions, while their employees are not really being able to afford the basic necessities. Is that fair? Is it good to have multinationals having so much power? What else? We could look at some of the prices. Some of the multinationals are told to provide us lower, better prices, better products. Well, often might be the case, but sometimes they have too much power. Say the pharmaceutical companies. Why are they sometimes overcharging for medications that people need just to survive, just to be healthy? Why is it necessary for them to accumulate that much profits? And perhaps, last point, why are multinationals ripping us off and not paying taxes? Every single person's paying a large share of the income in taxes. We pay taxes as consumers through the sales tax, the GST, and many of the multinationals evade taxes through smart accounting practices and legal practices. So all that is not really putting a good light on these companies, and they should be ashamed and they should do better. Another negative effect, various addictions. The multinationals in the tech sector create tech addictions. Multinationals in the food sector create sugar addictions. Some people call multinationals the king of companies. Well, is Burger King, for example, the king of food? Is this the best food that we can eat? We should perhaps look at smaller companies, at companies that produce food locally, that don't hurt the environment by importing a lot of stuff from abroad or putting unhealthy ingredients into our bodies. We should be a little less enthusiastic about just the bigness and be a little smarter. Think perhaps a little smaller, but be much more grounded, connected to the planet, connected to other people, and say no to various advertising campaigns of these multinationals. So overall, we should tax them more, regulate them more, and ask our governments to help us to reduce the power and a lot of negative effects that they have on our lives.